It was thanks to frankincense that this region, and Oman as a whole, developed so actively. This is one of the prides and main attractions of Salalah. Just look at this magnificence. Everything is blooming, everything is green. It's fantastic. Right now you can see that it's not hot here. The weather is wonderful by Middle Eastern standards. People from all over the Middle East come here to vacation in July and August. We are in Salalah, the most legendary tourist destination in all of Oman. And this time, I'll show you why the entire Middle East loves Oman in the summer. Right now, in July and August, this place will be completely packed with people and guests. We are literally just a few days away from the start of the most popular and well-known season. The season that begins is called Khareef, and when it ends from October until the end of April, the place will be filled with people from all over Europe and the CIS countries. Usually when I'm here, I tell you about real estate because you know I'm here all the time. With clients, we show projects, investors, and 100% of the time we focus specifically on real estate matters. But now I've set aside some time, and together with my team, we're going to show you Salalah. A Salalah you've never seen before, but once you do, you'll fall in love with it forever. So the journey through Salalah, the journey through the legendary Khareef season, begins right here and now. Let's go. Friends, we are here with you in Salalah. We've finally made it to the legendary place known throughout Oman and the entire Middle East, the place where everyone comes during this season. It's Khareef now. As you can see, there's no heat here right now. The weather is wonderful by Middle Eastern standards. It's truly very comfortable and very beautiful here. And we've come to a place where all visitors come to see the magnificent raging ocean and the grand waves. And it's right here that we'll spend 2 days. And I'll be showing you all the beauty of this place. And you'll find out why people come here to relax. In July and August, the entire Middle East comes here. Here you can see how the ocean has made a small hole in the mountain, and as a result, you can see air coming out with a very distinctive sound. It's frightening, but at the same time mesmerizing. It's incredibly, incredibly beautiful. Every time the water crashes under the rocks, it comes through here. This creates such a beautiful sight, and it's a pleasure to watch. Oman is an amazing country that impresses with its hospitality, its millennia-old history, opportunities for relaxation, and of course, for investment. I'm sure you've already heard that many investors are now buying real estate here. Why? Because when they invested in Europe, in the UAE, in Bali, in Turkey, and then they came to Oman, they fall in love with this country, and they fall in love with how this country is developing its economy and what opportunities it offers to investors. Oman is like Dubai was 10 years ago. Agree, it's great to enter now at the start so that your investment will give a good increase in the future. And almost all real estate is being built on the first coastal line. It is very pleasant when you can practically within walking distance from your villa or apartment walk to the coastline and enjoy the sea. But Oman, it's not as easy as you think. In order to truly understand which locations are promising, it takes many months of work to study this country. I travel around Oman, I come here for work, I know this country, I study the cities, locations, developers and projects in order to understand where your investments will work and where you might make a mistake. If you're interested in learning about Oman's potential as an investment destination, or if you're already planning to buy property here, call me and together with my team, I'll help you, just as we help our clients every day to choose the best projects for investment. While in Salalah, we couldn't help but stop by and show you what this place is legendary for. This place. Of course, it's the frankincense trees. Even UNESCO protects Salalah because it was thanks to frankincense that this region and Oman as a whole developed so actively. History. The history of frankincense goes back more than 3,000 years. Even in the ancient Egyptian pyramids, which we all know, there were already the first mentions of frankincense. How is it harvested? Just like collecting birch sap, small cuts are made in the tree and resin seeps out, which is called the tears of the gods. And accordingly, this resin is then used for various purposes, including sports, etc. We have seen it used for medicinal purposes and in perfumery. Amouage is exactly what is added. And in general, it should be said that frankincense grows in only 3 countries. These are Yemen, Somalia, and Oman. And some of the very best types of frankincense trees grow right here in Salalah. So now you also know what the trees look like, what the places where it grows look like, the conditions, and how frankincense is harvested. Friends, we've arrived at one of the most beautiful places that was recommended to me to see the nature from above. But as you can see, sometimes the weather is so bad that it's impossible to capture the beauty we wanted to show you. So these are the kinds of conditions we travel in as well. Well, not everything works out, but nevertheless, we continue our journey. You have to be very careful when moving around in the mountains. If you come here, make sure to turn on your hazard lights because you need to be visible. Use all your lights so that no accident happens. But still, in nature there is no bad weather. It's also a kind of pleasure, so let's keep moving and look for new places. To understand how important the Khareef season is for the people of the Middle East, you just need to take a look at this shore. Khareef means autumn. If you translate it from Arabic, it's the time when, right now, in Muscat, the capital of Oman, in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, and Bahrain, the temperature is 45-50 degrees, scorching hot. But here we are with you, on the beach, where the air temperature reaches a maximum of 27 degrees. And you understand why people from the Middle East come here to spend these 2 months. They'll come just to walk along the sea. Yes, the weather doesn't allow for swimming, but that's not the main thing. You can see that cars are starting to arrive, families are starting to come. People will simply enjoy nature. We're about to have a picnic here. We'll look at the sea, eat dates, and have unhurried conversations. We'll live the way Omanis do, as they've done for thousands and thousands of years, enjoying nature and all this beauty. Friends, as a true Belarusian, even in Oman, I managed to find and make potatoes. We lit a fire, baked potatoes, and now we're going to eat them. As you can see, we're just spending time with this kind of view, just relaxing and enjoying nature. And now we've come to a small market, really, where there are lots and lots of cafes. And in general, all kinds of food are being prepared here in real time. It's very hot here, but we were allowed to take a look. You can see that they just lay the food out on hot stones. Well, it's a special device. There are ovens here. There's a big fire over there, and it's being fanned. And right in front of you, they cook any food you want. But in this particular case, they're also preparing camel meat here. So you can get camel burgers or camel shawarma, and of course from any other kind of meat you can buy in Oman. So it's all very tasty, and they cook it right in front of you, which is awesome. I highly recommend you come and try it. It's really great. We're at a real camel farm in Oman. As always, our friends who live in Oman invited us and allowed us to see the process, how they get the milk, how everything works. There is a camel farm here, and we're only seeing a tiny part of it. There are camels further and further out, and there are a lot of them here. I think there are a couple hundred head here. It's truly an unforgettable experience. I'm feeling emotional because I've never seen so many camels before. It's important to mention that you should be careful when visiting these farms. If you're invited, don't approach from behind. Just like with horses, you have to be very cautious. Of course, you need to be careful, but if you're kind, people will treat you kindly in return. You see, by the way, if you look here, we have a mother. The mother is here with her little camel calf, but we're not touching them or distracting them. Over there, they've already collected the milk, and now they're taking it away. Here you can actually see, they just finished milking, and now the little camel calf is feeding. Well, it's simply amazing to see something like this, because it doesn't happen every day. It's just impossible. This is the real milk that was brought to us. Right, little one? Hello? Hello. Hello, hello. My good one. Now they're going to show us the camel language, so to speak, what sounds you need to make so that camels understand and accordingly follow the necessary commands. So, we are about to bear witness to a little fascinating ritual together. Please, watch very closely and observe every detail. This camel calf is only 6 days old, and the one we were shown earlier is just 2 days old. And you can see it's really tiny, so small. Little camel calf, that's what they're like. Friends, I hope you're enjoying the video we've made for you about Oman. We tried to create a route that would truly be interesting. The slogan of our journey is, "Feel like you're in Oman." That's why we specifically chose routes that you usually won't find or see in standard videos on the internet. It's not an easy task. A huge team is working hard to make this tour possible. So it would be really great if you subscribe, give us a like, or even better, share it with your friends so they can see it too. The real Oman, a country that truly deserves to be traveled, invested in, and enjoyed. So please support this tour, subscribe, give us a like, and we'll keep going. My big journey across Oman, through the deserts and the heat, has come to an end. And finally, I'm back home, where there's so much greenery. Actually, no, that's a joke. I'm still in Oman, I'm still in Salalah. Just look at this splendor. Everything is blooming, everything is green. It's fantastic. I can't believe what I'm seeing. These are mountains completely immersed in green. Look at these huge trees, the grass, everything is green. This is why people from the entire Middle East come here. Let me remind you again, right now, in all the cities of the Middle East, the temperature is 45 degrees and above. But here we are, it's 26 degrees, the weather is wonderful, everything is green, the air is incredibly fresh, it's simply magnificent. This is why people come here. It's the Khareef season, the Arab autumn, the magnificent nature, it's just pure bliss. It's hard to believe. We are at one of the highest points in Salalah. This is the Jabal Samha Nature Reserve. The highest point is 1.8 kilometers. Right now we're a little lower and we're continuing our journey. But the beauty that unfolds when you stand right here leaves you speechless. I honestly have nothing to say because I'm just enjoying the view in front of me, and I suggest you enjoy it too. Friends, we made a special stop at a place that everyone who comes to Salalah must visit. This is Baobabs. Yes, you heard right. Baobabs don't just grow in Africa, they also grow here in Salalah. This is one of the prides and landmarks of Salalah, these ancient giants that have been growing for thousands of years. They are very valuable, used in medicine and as food. Did you know that they also help with thirst? Well, at least here, they certainly feel comfortable, especially now during the Khareef season. There's rain and lots of greenery, so they're doing well. But, in arid regions, of course, they help people survive. Such beauty, such an extraordinary wonder of nature. This is the largest baobab in Oman, which you can find here in Salalah, among the southern tropics of Salalah. It's very beautiful. It truly is a giant, a very large tree. Yes, the impression is incredible. Friends, we've arrived at a spot, and you're all going to be absolutely amazed because I'm already here during the day. We've already tried to do an experiment. It's called anti-gravity, yes, as it was correctly named, and here's what it's about. Look, we have a sign that shows where it starts, and then what do? We drive onto the road, we put it in neutral, I took my feet off, look, I lifted both feet, you see, and we're moving. Yes, here we go, everything is happening. Here, I'm really doing it. That's the point of this spot, the car is moving completely on its own. Look, we're moving. We're moving. Yes, we're steering to the side because we need to ensure safety. Friends, I don't eat bananas. I've never liked them since childhood, but I decided that I would try them here, where they actually grow, the real ones. So we're conducting an experiment. Now I'll tell you whether I like the banana or not. The whole thing for you? Okay, got it. They told me I need small, ripe, tasty ones. It smells like banana. Now, that's a different story. I get it now. This is great. Yes, I love bananas like these. Just wow. Well, I have to buy some. Well, this brings our journey through Salalah to a close. And it wouldn't be right to finish it without drinking from a coconut and trying the fruits, of course. These little markets are located right by the road. You can always come here and purchase the freshest, ripest fruits available. They'll prepare a fresh coconut for you. You can see just how many different options there are. Rows of stalls. Everything is fresh, neat, and delicious everywhere. I'm simply enjoying being in this place. Be sure, when you're in Salalah, to try the local fruits, treat yourself, and talk to the local people. They'll tell you stories and show you around. In short, you'll experience that famous Omani hospitality once again. There are just no words. It's simply wonderful. Well, after we finished drinking, we asked them to open it up for us. This is what it looks like. Yeah, okay. Just like that. That's it. Here's the coconut, the real bounty. Friends, my team and I have been helping you buy real estate in Oman for a long time. We know everything about this country. But when it comes to the United Arab Emirates and you want to buy not just square meters but a real solution for life and for business, I recommend contacting my partners. This is a real estate agency, 2088 Real Estate. This agency is headed by Konstantin Lutovic. His team knows all the market tricks and constantly keeps up with trends, understands which launches are relevant and where you can make a profit. They analyze the market, they analyze traffic, especially when it comes to commercial real estate. In short, these guys know their business and help you find great solutions. And I also recommend subscribing now to Konstantin's Telegram channel. He has been living in the United Arab Emirates for 15 years and gives great advice on how to do business and live in this country. Well, that's it. This video has come to an end. The journey through Salalah, these 3 days were simply fantastic. I'm sure that, just like me, you truly enjoyed watching the nature and seeing how diverse Oman can be. You saw how we went from the heat of Muscat, 46 degrees, from the desert, from the mountains, and moved here, just enjoying ourselves with you in this coolness, in this beauty, among the green mountains, among the wonderful ocean, and among places that leave no one indifferent. What conclusions can be drawn about Salalah? There are 2 things you need to know. The first and most important. If you're an investor investing in Oman, you should know that this is the best destination. A sunny moment where you can buy real estate in the tourism segment. This is the coolest place where you can get the best location, the infrastructure that I showed you. In a separate video, be sure to watch the video about Salalah, about what kind of real estate is here and what has already been built. And of course, this is the most popular tourist destination, so your investments will constantly grow and bring you great income. And if you are a tourist, if you come here to relax, this is a place that will not leave you indifferent. Salalah will forever leave a mark on your heart. And it doesn't matter whether you come here in January, in April, or during the season. Khareef, no matter when, Salalah will leave its mark on your heart. A genuine, wonderful, and pleasant one. A sunny and warm impression of Eastern hospitality. Salalah has surprised me once again and confirmed that this is the best tourist destination, which I sincerely recommend you visit. You will fall in love with this place forever.